Hi, Joey. Hi, Joey.
Alex, how are you?
All right, man. Holding on. They try and push very hard on me.
Ah, yeah. Hey, Alex, you got a South African accent.
Yeah, I am.
Diplomatic immunity.
I try. I have tried.
Yeah,
The joke
Alex.
is, I'm sitting here. I'm a 501, and I've never been in a prison, but they make out as if I've got a clean federal police clearance here.
Yep.
They gave me, over the last 7 years, I had 4 different visas. And for my 457 visa, the one I waited 18 months for. And every time I ask them, they say, no, they're doing a background check, a thorough background check. And eventually they gave me my visa.
Yeah.
Then I've asked for a partner visa, which they gave me. And all of a sudden, after 5.5 years, oh, your visa has been cancelled, you illegally.
Wow. And how long have you been in Australia for, Alex?
Since 2014.
Okay, 2014.
That's right.
And you're just here basically because of?
I was invited here on a business deal.
Yep.
I was going to be by a company here in Melbourne.
Yep.
And they were going to make me the CEO, and they were responsible for my visas and on my patents and everything. Only to find out the only thing that they were interested in is my product, not me.
Oh,
So
wow.
I walked away from them and I started my own company.
Yep. Yep.
So...
And then how did you get to become...
I stayed in Wanturna South at my house, my partner, everybody. My partner is Australian,
Okay.
born Melbourneian.
Yep.
They don't care a crap. I've lost my house, I've lost my furniture, I've lost everything I had here.
Yep.
So
And how did you get to become a 501, Alex?
that is my question. All of a sudden they turn around and say, oh, you lied. When you enter... Apparently, in 1983, I was in prison. In 1985, I was in prison. I said, give me my prison number. I've never been to any prison whatsoever.
So basically, they've concocted this story that you've been in prison when you never have been in prison.
Never a single day. The first time I've ever been locked up was in Maita.
And you came to Maita when, was it?
The 26th of September 2019.
Wow. Just before Corona.
Just before.
Yeah.
I'll talk to you a little bit later on a face-to-face at one stage for the simple reason I'm a threat to this government.
Okay. Well, look.
Got one of my investments, this is for the Liberal government, my investments that I've got interfere with a company called Cleanaway. I would have taken them out of business, only to find out that a whole range of federal ministers is directors at Cleanaway.
Oh, wow.
That's
Wow.
why they got all these government contracts.
Okay. Yep. Yep.
So there's a bit of corruption and things.
Oh, absolutely. We know... Go on, Alex. Sorry.
I've made the biggest mistake is to reveal my whole business plan to Susan Ley, the Federal Minister of Environmental Affairs. And guess what? She's one of the directors.
Oh, wow.
So, obviously. And then I spoke to a gentleman from SKF. And I said, because they keep on telling me you've got to register for this, register for that before... Made it basically impossible. And when he said to me, this is nonsense, I said, okay, let's work together. The next moment, they liquidated him.
Yeah.
I put a 6.5 million bid in to take the liquidation company over. Then very next day, Cleanaway put a bid in for 100 million.
Wow.
3 months later, while I was now in detention, all of a sudden the government gave for recycling 100 million So they paid for this whole thing out of taxpayer money, their own company.
Yeah, yep. And they sit at the top and collect all the money.
Of course.
Yes.
I've got so many dirt on these people, it's not even true. But the problem is, you know and I know, because of this corporations, it's treason. They're all running. There's not a barrister, not a lawyer in this country that doesn't run on treason. Because the rules, there is no laws. Corporations don't have laws. They have rules.
Okay.
And the rules is not applicable on sovereign human beings. A rule, if you look in the Black Law Dictionary, a rule is only a guideline.
Yep.
The international law says your freedom can only be taken away in a court of law by a magistrate or a judge.
Yeah.
All our 501 freedoms has been taken away, not in a court of law. I've never appeared in a court of law.
No.
Never in front of a judge or a magistrate.
Yep. Yep.
So,
wow.
The problem is, you go to a solicitor, he charges you an arm and a leg, but he's actually not going to do anything because he is part of the rule.
Yeah. Yep.
A barrister is part of the rule.
Yep. Yep.
So this is the problem we're sitting with.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. So and we get caught up. We just put in the dryer and we get tumble dried. You know.
Absolutely. And they're pushing now before the election to get my federal court case through, and I said nope. I wanted my case to be remanded until October at least.
Okay. Yep.
And this Minton Alistair, they're pushing very hard. They want me in court Thursday this coming week.
Yeah, and it's clear, Alex, that you're not a threat to the Australian public.
How can I be for 5.5 years, and I do not even have a demerit on my license?
Yeah. Wow.
How the heck? What threat am I to the Australian society?
And that's funny because they've labelled you as well. They've hit you with the legislation 501, which is the character test.
Correct.
And
nobody can pass that character test. That is an impossibility.
Yep. Yeah, so, but have you got support from outside and things like that?
Nothing. I've lost everything outside.
Is there anything I can do for you?
At this stage, just pray. That's all I can ask.
Definitely, I'll be praying for you. But I mean, like, is there anything like in regards to clothing or shoes or things like that?
At this stage, you won't believe it. All my clothes and things has been put out on the sidewalk on hot rubbish.
Oh, wow.
And all my lab equipment and all of these things has been put out on hot rubbish. And
so no one could have, you had no one to collect it or anything like that?
Nope. After 3 years, obviously everybody walks away from you.
Yeah. We are the forgotten ones, Alex.
True.
But God hasn't forgot us, Alex.
Absolutely. That's my strength.
And how old are you now, Alex?
The 11th of April, I have turned 64.
Wow, 64. And, Australia, I mean, they need to have a good hard look and see that you are not a threat to the Australian public. You never won, not even one demerit point. You've never been to prison ever. And Australia have concocted some story to throw you in here for their self-gain.
They come out and say, I have been on the visa application when they kept on saying they did thorough investigations on my background check. How is it possible that they've given me a visa?
Yeah, that's right.
Because there was no red flags on my visas.
Yeah, exactly.
And all of a sudden, 4.5 years later, but there's a little story deeper than this.
Yes. That's something we can talk about later on off here.
Absolutely.
But I just wanted to show people, Alex, that these are yourself and other guys in there. These are the people that they're calling a threat to the Australian public. Now, I don't see any of you in there that are a threat to the Australian public.
I haven't even been once in an incident in this place.
Yep.
The joke is, when they took me in, they put me in, for a month I was in Dargo.
Oh, okay, yep. That's next door to where I am.
Yes, and when I went to the AAT and I said, why do you put me in the sexual offenders place? Oh, no, that's only for your own protection.
Wow.
So I said, protection of what?
Yeah.
The very next day, I was put in BAS 1.
Okay.
And then they took me from BAS 1. I was here 4 months. And they put me in up in the hotel in Base Western.
Okay.
I was there for 9 months in Base Western in a house.
Yep.
Brought me back here because of the riots out there. Brought us back here. I applied to go to BRP. Nope, you can't go to BRP. You're very well off here.
Yeah.
But obviously I'm a little bit too outspoken.
Yeah, and that's what's happened. So because you're a little bit outspoken, I mean, even myself, Alex, there was threats made to me about, oh, we're going to send you to Christmas Island and things like that. And I said, so be it, send me wherever, but my children...
I said to them, you only make it harder on yourself. I'm an unvaccinated person. I will not put that poison in my body.
Yes. I too am unvaccinated.
Outside, I am a person, what I did, I took out of carbon, I took graphene and graphene oxide, and that is the main product in the vaccine. Okay. I know exactly what it does to your body.
Yep.
So when I spoke out, Jen Green, not happy with me. Not happy with me. But actually, she can't really touch me because I said to her, I'm going to get you locked up. Under the Nuremberg Code, I will stand there when we hang you.
Is that in the ICJ, the Nuremberg Code? Is that the one that...
Yes.
Yep.
We are busy in Germany at the moment. I'll tell you my whole background later.
Yes, we'll talk later, for sure, Alex.
Sure.
But I just wanted to thank you for jumping on and I just want people to know that, Alex, you're a 64-year-old man who is not a threat to the Australian public, who does not deserve to be here and should be outside living his life. So thank you and God bless you, and we'll keep praying. And I'll actually pray with you when we get a chance, Alex.
Thanks, Ray.
All right, God bless you, brother.
Thank you.
Thank you, Alex.
Bye-bye.
Well, Wagdy, that was beautiful. Wagdy, you know what? Me and you together, what we're doing here is, we're getting people to see that no one here is a threat. It's all made up lies from the Australian government.
5 more people to talk, Joey.
5 more? Wow. Wagdy, all right, let me stop and I'll start again.